Back, everyone.
Good morning, friends.
All right, we're starting the beginning of season 3.
Yes, Kevin here, by the way.
Joe, hi. For those of you that are new here, but yeah, we're starting the final season of the original run of this show.
Right.
Shorter season.
Yeah, it's really sad. I can't believe that it comes to a close so fast. Each season,
Yeah.
Fox cut back the show a little bit more and more. And I get it. It's an expensive show. You've got a lot of talent. You've got a talented writer's room. You've got, producer, narrator.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. I cannot believe his name escaped my stupid brain there for a second.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money going out, and it just was a show that people weren't watching as much.
It's unfortunate. If
Yeah.
this was released 10 years from now, or 10 years from when it aired, it would be, a huge hit.
Yeah, if this was on HBO or Showtime or something, this would have been a massive hit where
been
people
wild.
could go back and watch it. Yeah.
Freaking wild. But
Yeah.
I
bleeping.
think, yeah, no bleeping for sure. But I think that we've had 2 solid seasons. Season 2 being
Yeah.
a real standout. That was a phenomenal season of television.
It really was.
And I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do. I mean, it
Yeah.
got canceled halfway through the season. Somebody on Patreon told us, and I want to see how meta they get. That people have said that it does get pretty meta as the season
Sure.
goes on, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, such a good show. It really deserved a lot more than it got.
I'm glad that it was refound. You know what I mean?
Sure,
it was
absolutely.
found again, and
Now people are watching like, wait a minute, this is great. Well, yeah, I wish we were all there, including us earlier.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go get started here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers who are here with us. And, of course, I really thank you to our super patrons, Actuarial Lurker, Balash Voldez, Chris, Coincidence, Derek Peterson, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Geverson, NJ, Sudugun Varapu, Torgir Linkstad, and WerePanda47. As always, thank you so much for being here with us, guys.
We really, really appreciate you. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and all the other stuff that we've watched or we're watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. Every show, including Arrested Development. We're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. On everything on Patreon, there are copyright laws that do exist. You will only see and hear us, so you will have to sync and watch along in your own source material.
Michael Bluth began his day with something he'd never seen before. Good news about his family's housing business.
Bluth's in jail. I think his son is running the company.
Oh, God.
Doesn't seem like a total moron to me.
Oh, Kramer.
I think Iron Man 1 when I see this guy.
Yeah.
Because he was,
Mom, did you see
Don't
that?
buy Bluth.
You build a house that's good, people are going to want to come.
They didn't fix it.
No.
This sinkhole spread a little bit more last night.
Look at the walls.
I'm going to go to the prison. I'm going to tell Dad about this news.
I thought you said we shouldn't visit him.
Gloat? Yeah.
Oscar.
I worked very, very hard. I sold the cabin property to Gloat. I haven't had any time to spend with my son.
Well, now you can spend time with my son. I want your brother Buster to come live with you. Not because he has that horrible hook for a hand now. It's the snoring. Listen to this. It's driving me crazy. You won't even know he's here.
You seem more villainous than usual, Mom. Are you sober? So it's not that.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I went off my postpartum medication.
What?
You were still taking that? You had Buster 32 years ago.
And that's how long I've been depressed.
God.
Actually, I did go off it in the early 90s. I didn't like what happened to me.
Claiming she could take it no more, the young mother released
Buster's
the
hair.
emergency brake, allowing her car to roll backwards into the nearby lake.
Good for her. I must have gained 3 pounds.
Oh my God.
Why did you go off them this time?
Apparently, mood-altering medication leads to street drugs. That's what this very handsome young doctor said on the Today Show.
That was Tom Cruise, the actor.
Oh, because he's a
Brooke Shields thing,
Scientologist, yeah.
They said he was some kind of scientist.
Maybe you should get away from Buster. Why don't you go up to the cabin in the woods?
I thought you said we sold it.
We sold the property. I worked it out so that we could relocate the cabin, but it is going to be up in Tahoe for another couple of days. You can take a date up there.
How am I supposed to find someone willing to go into that musty old claptrap?
The cabin, yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't get the joke until then.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes, yeah, that would be difficult too. Please get back on the meds, Mom. We miss the old you.
I didn't even know that we had a cabin.
Well, for what it's worth, Job, I've never actually been there.
Although he'd often been promised.
Yeah.
Hey, pal. Something's come up. Nice young lady has lost her puppy, and your dad's got to help her find
Oh
it.
my God.
This young lady's dad is sick.
Oh my God.
You're old enough to figure this out. I'm nailing this broad.
Pardon me if I don't burst
God.
into tears, Michael. But at least he promised to take you.
He just let me blindly enjoy my childhood. I didn't even know there was a cabin he wasn't taking me to.
I'm sadder.
I don't see you crying, robot. You taste these tears. Taste my sand, Michael.
I'm gonna lick your eye.
Oh, God.
Chase these
I'll
tears.
tell you this, Michael. I don't have a son.
He does.
Default.
They're gonna take him to the cabin in the woods.
does.
Or I'm gonna promise to take him and then not take him. But the one thing
That I will never do is not tell him that I'm taking him to a cabin in the woods and then not take him.
Job was growing up.
The cabin in the woods is gonna be stacked up next to our carport. Maybe we should head up there tonight, huh? One first time.
Taste the happy, Michael.
Taste the happy.
Tastes kind of like sad.
Michael set off to prison to tell off his father when he discovered his son.
George Michael, what are you doing?
I didn't want to miss you because you've been leaving so early lately.
You slept out here to see me.
That's so sad.
Michael had never been so touched by something his son had said, but it wasn't true.
Yeah, avoiding maybe. Yeah.
He was hiding from his cousin after an awkward incident. They'd since been trying to avoid each other, which was difficult considering they shared a bunk bed.
Oh, my God.
I'm off to the car. I'll be in the crawl space.
Tell you what, how would you like to head up to the cabin?
Can you afford to skip work?
I think the president of a don't buy company can afford to take a day off.
We're up from cell? It's happening, isn't it?
It's really happening. It's time for us to start creating some memories. You know, there's been enough disappointment in this family.
There's only one sleeping bag, so we're gonna have to double up.
No.
Sorry, pal.
something came up.
Oh,
Man.
It is worse to know.
It is worse to
Job was getting life lessons all over the place, and Michael broke a 2-month silence and went to visit his father.
Someone came.
Only to tell you that the company is back on track, and it's because you're behind bars. Now I get to do with my son what you never did with me. I'm taking him to the cabin.
And every night.
I'm scarred too, but
oh my God.
my son is not going to be.
And they cover it with soap, and you're supposed to thank them.
Oh no! Oh my God!
So that's it. That's all I came to say.
Is there anything you'd like for me to pass on to the family?
I'm your uncle. I'm your dad's twin brother. I'm Oscar. He switched on me. No one believes me.
Unfortunately for Oscar, You've Got the Wrong Twin was a very popular alibi.
Got the wrong twin. We're quadruplets. You got the wrong two. I even started a website. I'm Oscar.com.
The hands.
I'm innocent, Michael. I'm Oscar.com. No, don't buy it. I'm taking my son to the cabin, and there's nothing you could say to make me believe that you are not my father.
I understand. Your child comes first.
Oh, that did it.
Oh my God, you're Oscar.
Yeah.
.com.
The soap bit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Michael returned to the office to try and free his uncle. When he realized how much that freedom would cost his employee.
We did it, Mikey. We're super rich again. And I'm gonna buy a car, the Volvo.
No, Lindsay, you're not going to start spending money, and this is not a Volvo.
Oh my God.
That's from sitting on the copier. Oh my God.
Oh, that's her sitting on the copy. I've got nothing. My husband dumped me and ran off to Vegas with Kitty, bleach blonde whore.
He's definitely got a type.
I mean, this and these and this.
That's the car.
No. This.
I didn't spring for color. Lindsay, the only reason you want to buy is because you can't have them. Second, that you can have something, all of a sudden you don't want
Oh,
it.
that's not who I am, Michael.
Maybe we should get you this car.
I don't know. It's so boxy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, Michael. How's Dad?
I don't know. It's Oscar who's in prison. If I let him out, people will know that Dad is free, and those people out there will end up paying for it. Dad hasn't tried to contact you, has he?
Yeah, right, like I'd ever hear from that son of a bitch.
Earlier that day, Job received a letter from a group that reunited abandoned sons with their father called SAD.
Sad.
Father-son reunion.
Steve Holt.
But now the letter made sense.
Son of a bitch.
Job is so dumb.
Hi, it's Michael Bluth for Barry.
Barry went to Reno to see your father.
Reno, he said he's been visiting my father in prison.
Barry says a lot of things he doesn't mean.
Didn't take him with him.
Well, I guess I'm going to Reno to look for Dad.
Good luck, favorite son.
So once again, Michael went after the father who'd once again abandoned him, only to find he was about to do the same thing to his own son.
Oh my God.
This bit.
It's not happening, is it?
Something came up.
We got 4 of those.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Michael had just told his son they wouldn't be going to the cabin.
Right, but the cabin's in Lake Tahoe, so I'm saying that's right near Reno.
Yeah, but you know, this is going to be like an adult trip. Aunt Lindsay will be here. Hey, why don't you pop a tent in front with your cousin Maybe?
Pop a tent in front.
What? No.
I'm not really the outdoorsy type.
This is a good chance for you to rub off on her.
Oh my God.
Michael set out to find his father, Job thought he was doing the same.
Here's my guy. Hey, buddy, come on.
Get him to track down your dad, too?
My dad actually had them track me down. Does look like he's not gonna show. Kind of feel like that kid who found the severed hand.
The hand.
Hey, Dad, look what I found.
Anything for his father's approval. Heartbreaking.
Poses like him.
You look familiar.
That's because we actually kind of look alike.
Remember when I said Job had a son?
I'm Job.
I wasn't just saying
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's funny.
that. In high school, Job became intimate with these girls. These girls got pregnant. This one had a baby. And that baby would grow up to be Steve Holt.
All I ever wanted, spend a little time with my dad. Maybe go camping. Guess that'll never happen.
Look, I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but my family actually has a cabin in the woods for one more night. Maybe we could go up to Reno, get the key.
No chance. No chance it happens.
Go camping. You know, sort of a son and son thing.
If Steve had had a father, he would have warned him not to go into the woods with strange men.
With the stranger, yeah.
Sure. Let's go. Okay, great. This is me right here.
Oh, okay.
Camping. Evil.
Michael, meanwhile, arrived in Reno, a city competing with Las Vegas' successful What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas campaign.
Make the biggest little mistake of your life.
I'm looking for a man who's probably in the seedy underbelly of Reno.
Oh, the Christian League had the seedy underbelly shut down. Now it's a Swallow.
Oh my God.
Swallows was a family-style restaurant by day and an anything-goes
Erotic restaurant.
Can I interest you in a smoothie or an amyl? Michael!
Of course he works there.
Tobias, I thought that you were in Vegas with Kitty.
No, as it turns out, the part that I destroyed my life to get had already been cast.
The role was filled by George Sr.,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
who used it to hide in plain sight. That is, until he choked on a marshmallow, almost died when no one noticed.
So, Kitty suggested we come up here to try out in Reno, and leaving Lindsay was the biggest little mistake I've ever made. Can't seem to call her, though. Damn this pride of mine!
Tune them out top, and you need to flip the cushions in the grind room.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh.
Tobias, what would you say if I told you that Lindsay might be willing to get back together with you?
I'll call her right now.
Actually, why don't you let me handle that? You know Lindsay, she only wants what she can't have. What would you do about Kitty?
I can't lie to you, Michael. Kitty left me 2 days ago. There's a blue handprint on the back of your head, Kitty. Are you seeing someone else?
Oh my God, and the hair.
George Michael.
Face it, Tobias. Say goodbye to these!
Those are blue, too!
There were blue handprints on them?
Yes, and I swear to you, they weren't.
Yours. No, I know. It all points to Dad.
The crusty something about Mary hair too.
That is such a gross bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This season's wild.
Yeah.
Dad's in Reno, Kitty's in Reno, Dad's in Kitty. You must be a blue man. I'm gonna go check out the theater.
Okay, I'll meet you there. I just have to break down the salad bar and set up the leather pony.
What's the leather pony?
I don't know, we don't have that at lunch.
So Michael called Lindsay to say he'd found her husband.
All right, I'm on my way.
I'll just bring him back with me.
Wants to come home?
Against his will.
We'll knock him out if you have to.
God.
Watch the kids like you promised, okay?
I'm not. Neither am I.
Hold it.
And the kids found themselves closer than ever on the bumpy road to Reno.
Lindsay, hi. Michael said not to call you, but I missed you so much.
You miss me.
God.
Nothing. What are you doing? I was driving out there, but this is crazy.
No, but the thing is, I can't leave Kitty. I just, what with all the sexual intercourse and whatnot.
You bastard! What are you doing? Stay backstage after the Blue Man show, whether Kitty likes it or not.
Sounds good. What if Kitty's not there and I'm less of a blue man and more of a cocktail waitress?
Hang up!
I'll see you there.
Out of control.
Michael was already at the theater looking for George Sr. when he ran into Barry doing the same thing.
Hey, Barry!
Hi, Mikey. How much do you know?
I know that Oscar is in prison and that my father is a blue man and that you are clearly in cahoots with him.
What?
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah, but he must have seen you and run off. I was going to give him this $250,000 and a passport.
Just a passport.
I was up for so long.
Barry, you're fired.
What? Just like that? No warning? You're my only client. What am I supposed to do now? Turn tricks on the street? How much do you think I can get for that, by the way?
Oh my God.
To let Oscar out of prison.
What about making out? $50? Or is that just LA? Am I just...
Soon Lindsay arrived at the hotel and the kids finally faced facts.
Look, it was just a half kiss, all right? Maybe that's the reason why we're acting weird.
It's because we didn't finish the kiss? Is that where you're... Yeah.
I mean, do you think we should just finish the kiss, get it out of the way?
Let's get it out of the way.
Hey, kids, bring the bags. We're sharing a room.
All right, let's meet back here tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out here and watch that famous Reno sunset.
Isn't it behind you?
There's mirrors. It'll actually look closer.
Oh, he couldn't get up. Oh my God.
That's funny.
While George Michael waited for the sunset, another set of sons arrived.
The cabin, son.
buy some fishing stuff, son.
So, where did you get this kid?
Yeah, I guess I can tell you now. We're both waiting for our dads at that garden where the little boy found the arm. Kid's amazing, though. It's almost like I wish he could be my dad.
Okay, your dad's not trying to find you. Your son is. That kid's your son. You're the dad.
Read the whole thing.
I made a huge, tiny mistake.
Joe, you can't just leave your son in the middle of a parking lot in Reno.
And that's when Michael saw his own son in a parking lot in Reno.
He drove all the way up here to be with me. Well, I guess I'm no better than... No, I'm better.
Yeah, you're not running away.
Well, you were out like a light, pal. Our dreams are about to come true. Maybe. Finally happened.
It's never happening.
Michael had just surprised his sleeping son by taking him camping.
Put this off too long, and it's too important. Uncle Oscar can stay in prison one more day, right?
Oh my God.
That is so messed up.
It is.
Not according to that day's blog on I'mOscar.com.
Had a visitor.
This here is way more important than me trying to find my father. So I almost had pop up in Reno.
Me too.
God.
He calls it pop pop. I forgot about that.
As Michael was forcibly taking his son out to the cabin, Lucille was ready to forcibly throw hers out.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's a tape recorder.
Well, that was a freebie.
Lucille didn't trust herself to be in the house when Buster returned, so she headed off to the cabin Michael said would be unoccupied. Tobias, meanwhile, was looking for a way to make his wife jealous when he came across a makeup woman who coincidentally looked like Kitty.
If this tableau I recreate, I can resnare my mate.
Gee, why wouldn't she want him back?
Right.
And Michael and his son arrived at the cabin in the woods.
Looks like they have trucked off the bedroom. Set up some sleeping bags right here in the living room, huh?
This is the worst.
Yeah.
Lucille, meanwhile, heard a familiar sound.
Oh, come on! What the hell are you doing back there?
I decided to sleep in the car so my snoring wouldn't bother you. And I left that recording of my snoring so you wouldn't know I'm gone.
We're halfway to the cabin. I'm gonna drop you by this light.
Or I could come with you. That might be the exact shot in the arm our relationship...
Oh my God.
Shot in the arm.
I have someone to talk to on the way up.
She's cracking, yeah.
Fun, isn't it? This is just like we used to live up in the attic.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It is.
What's the most important thing? Breakfast.
Or we could go back to Reno.
Go back to Reno? Well, you don't want to be here? You've been sleeping in the stair car just so we could spend time together.
That's not totally true, though. I'm just in the middle of a problem right now.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's talk about it.
I can't talk about it with you.
Why not?
It's about a girl, and you're not gonna like it.
Is it about Anne?
No.
Of course I'm gonna like it. I like Anne.
No.
Yeah.
It's a problem without an answer.
Well, every problem has an answer. You're probably just confused because you're going through all of this alone, and that's exactly why we need to spend this time together.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know so. Here's the plan. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna get up early. While we tell the cops that Pop-Up escaped from prison, we're gonna go down to the lake, we're gonna discuss your girl problem, and it's gonna be fun. Especially the part about the cops. All right? Whatever your problem is with the girl, we're gonna figure it out. That's what this place is for. That and cheating on Gangi.
Yeah, that's right.
100%.
You know, I'm really glad you brought me here, Dad.
Yeah, we needed this. This time, I'm not gonna let the family drag me away.
And the next morning, Michael rose early to spend the day with his son.
Yep.
Only to find himself once again dragged away by his family.
The smoke coming out of the chimney.
That's hilarious.
What the hell are you doing? Sorry, can't let you let Oscar out of prison or they'll come for me. How do you like the cabin?
The blue smeared on his face still.
How do you like the cabin? The one that you finally saw.
Lucille arrives at the cabin.
Hey, there's no cabin.
Oh, like she's the news story.
Yeah.
You still doing breakfast burritos?
Maybe find someone to help her forget her cousin.
Stood up.
Yeah, me too.
Her cousin.
You want to make out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And Lindsay catches up
Wow.
with Tobias.
Get your hands off my husband, Kitty.
Did someone say husband?
Is that Barry?
It's Barry.
I want a divorce.
And I would be thrilled to represent either one of you. That'll be $50.
Wow.
Yeah. That really took a turn, didn't it?
There were so many dirty jokes, like more than usual in this episode.
Oh my God.
I was like shocked by
Through
some
the roof.
some of the stuff they said in there.
Yeah, the something about Mary thing.
Oh yeah, with Kitty with the palm print on the back of her head and her hair sticking up. Dang.
Good catch. On
Yeah.
that, because I was kind of like, oh, what's up with her hair? And then it started putting the pieces together. And
Why is the paw print right there on the back of her head? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Or the big one that got me that I could not believe they did was Oscar. Oscar in jail, and he says, they put soap on it like you're supposed to thank them. God.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm willing to bet. I'll bet my life on this that they knew they were going to get canceled, They're like, we're just gonna go for it.
That was going for it. I cannot believe some of those jokes made it past whatever kind of standards department Fox had at the time.
Yeah, because like it's more about the implication.
Yeah, but so strong.
I know.
Do you pitch a tent with your cousin, and then you go tent
in the front.
Yeah, tent in the front. Pitch a tent in the front. Then you can rub off on her,
dude. So it's like that. This was gonna be a fun season then, because if they know the ship's going down, they're like, we're just gonna like see what we can and can't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just push it. Why not? I mean, like
that. Yeah, that episode was hilarious and shocking.
Shocking. Yeah. This show's had bits where I'm like, I can't believe they got away with that. I think this steps over all of them.
Right. And help me out here. I feel like there was a bit that I didn't get with the website imoscar.com.
Yeah.
Without like a break in the word, like IMOSCAR. Like, is that a thing that? You know what I mean? Is it the way that was written? Like that.
I don't know. I mean, if it was a thing, maybe it's like it was current.
I wonder if it was a website that you should have actually looked at.
Careful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like if you Google it, it's like we're gonna find out right now. I guess.
I'm gonna look and see if that's a thing. It may not be anymore. Maybe it never was.
It's like I wonder if you typed it in then.
Yeah.
Then something would pop up. It's a real website.
It's a website, obviously from the show, but yeah, it's a website.
Oh my god. Well, that's funny, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of blog posts from Oscar in jail.
Does it really?
Yeah, there's like a dozen of them.
Okay, so that's probably what it is then.
Okay, like go to the website.
You can read a bunch of blog posts. I might read that later, actually.
I guarantee that there were some gags in that, because there were a couple of lines that I was like, there's an implication there that I don't get. Like there was definitely some things that I missed or went over my head for sure.
I kind of like that though, than like saying like, if you hear something, you're like, I'm gonna put that in the internet to see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will let us know that there were some things that like there were bits that were made and jokes that were made, like the way some of the lines were structured, that like I completely missed the joke there.
I'm glad they came out swinging. Like,
hard.
Very glad. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be bittersweet to end this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But yeah, we're off to a great start.
That was insane.
Yeah.
They really went for it.
Even the bit with Barry, it's like they made Barry just off the rails. Like, I was up for so long.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And maybe made out with her fake cousin.
Yeah, because we don't know if maybe's actually related.
Right. That's the joke, because when she made out with Steve Holt, technically that was making out with her cousin.
And her name is Maybe. It's maybe his cousin.
Right. What a great show.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.